It was, there were ups and downs for sure, and obviously heartbroken for Skylar, and me and him have developed a really close relationship over the past year or so, and hope the best for him, and was heartbroken for him, but have to come in and do in my role as a backup, so I'm have to come in and be ready at all times, and we won the game, so always happy that we won, but there were a lot of things that we and I need to clean up, and I know that more than anybody. So it's definitely good to learn from a win, but moving in the right direction.
You guys had a touchdown on the first full drive that you had. Was there something that changed kind of after that for you?
We were just beating ourselves. I mean, honestly, overall, me included, just turnovers, missed assignments, getting behind in the chains a little bit. Really, that kind of was at the end of the day what kind of was the kind of set us back a little bit on a couple of drives, and especially in that third and fourth quarter, and kind of halted us. But when we finally, on that first drive, when we were kind of moving, staying ahead of the chains, that's a recipe for success, and that's what we've been preaching all week. We gotta stay ahead of the chains, can't be in first, second and 15, stuff like that. So, yeah.
Can you take us through that third down conversion on the last drive that led to the touchdown?
Yeah, it was a big time play by Phil. Making that catch. It was a similar play to the Okie State play last year when we had a third and long, and Phil kind of had a crossing route, and he just got behind the backer. I saw it was they were dropping out, and he tried to anticipate it, and he made a great catch on it, and that was a big time play that propelled that drive for sure.
Well, how do you think your mindset changes if you have to start moving forward?
Big time change. I mean, obviously, you say if you're the backup, you want to prepare like you're the starter, but at the end of the day, it's a different mindset when you're starting, and I experienced that last year. Going from a Texas Tech game where you're not expecting it to a TCU game where you're starting. It's definitely a different feel, different preparation going into the week. So, I don't know what the circumstances are with Skylar. Obviously, I hope for the best, but I'm ready for whatever. If that's going to be my role next week, I just want to execute my role to the best of my ability.
What was it like for you to play in front of a full house there for the first time?
It was very cool. That was because I never took a game visit here or anything before coming here last year. That was my first time, ever seeing a full crowd here. So it was electric, and I mean, I would do anything for these fans, and I appreciate everybody for coming out. It was a really fun environment. Obviously, getting the win. Wish it would have gone better, but we'll build from it. Hopefully, have as good or better crowd next week, and continue this thing from here.
What were the discussions like in the locker room after a rough second quarter, and what adjustments did you guys make?
I would say, in that halftime, we were definitely, we kind of called it up as an offense, and we, especially Malik, he was one that was just like, man, we just got to lock it in and step up, and we know that this game's going to be tight, and when the time comes, we got to make plays, and we know that there was a good football team. Southern Illinois, I think they're going to be a very good football team, and we preached that all week in meetings. Coach Kleiman said these guys, this is their Super Bowl. They're going to be ready to play, and they're a darn good football team, and they showed that, and utmost respect for them. But at the end of the day, we just have to make plays, not beat ourselves, because I feel like that's kind of what happened, and we were just kind of getting behind, in the sticks, like I said earlier, and at the end of the day, when we do that, we can't be successful, and we started coming out in the third and fourth, and we kind of stalled out a couple of drives, but we really just at that last drive was big, being able to stay ahead of the chains, and the O-line was really putting us on their backs, and they did a great job. Can't commend them enough for how much they helped me and helped our offense, and Deuce was a workhorse tonight, so they did a great job.
If Skylar can't go, next week, and your game planned as the starter during this week, do you think you'll have a better performance than we saw tonight?
Obviously, I hope that's the goal. I mean, I know that I did not play nearly my best game tonight. There's a lot of things that I can fix, and obviously, if I'm I try to prepare like I'm the starter, even this week, and when I'm in that backup role. But like I said, it's different, and when you're going and you're getting all the first team reps, and so if that's the case, then definitely I'm hoping that I can be more prepared, and do whatever I can to help this team win.
And how much can you take from last year's experiences?
Oh, last year, as rough as it was at times, it's going to pay dividends in the future, and I feel like I feel like even tonight, even though there was definitely bad moments for me, and I felt like the game was just slower, and it wasn't as, I kind of felt like I had been there before, and going forward, I think that's going to definitely help me a lot.
Well, Coach Klein, when he was there, mentioned that seeing Skylar go down the way, it was almost like deja vu to last year. Did it feel the same way for you having to go into that kind of situation?
Yeah, I mean, it stinks to say that, but yeah, I mean, it was, you see him go down and you just pop your helmet on and it's go time. And, obviously, like I said, really sad to see that, but, I'm hoping the best for him and, just got to be ready and yeah.
Well, everybody on the team has pretty much said you're one of the most improved players from last year to now. What do you think? What ways do you think you're better than we saw last year?
I mean, like I said, I just feel like the game's like I've been there, and I've seen what's there. I feel like my body's different. I've put on some weight, and I feel like I'm running better than I did. And I just feel like, honestly, I feel like the ball's coming out of my hand better, just overall. Obviously, not at times tonight. It wasn't like that, and I know just as much as everybody that I have some things to fix, and we'll get on that. And I'm my own biggest critic. I've always said that I'm my own biggest critic. So I feel like my body's changed. I feel more confident in myself overall, and hopefully this week and just trying to revamp and regroup and recuperate. I think we're gonna feel better going into next week.
Did you get a chance to talk to Skylar at all after the game?
Yeah, I talked to him. I gave him a big hug, and I don't know what the deal is yet. So I'm just I told him I love him, and keeping him in my prayers, and if he needs anything. But yeah, I mean I'm wishing the best for him. I really do.
Well, is there any easy explanations for the turnovers that struck in the second quarter?
Honestly, no. They're I mean, can't do it really. I mean, turning the ball over is bad. I just had a bad throw on that en route to Tyrone, and that sack. We just gotta protect the football. At the end of the day, that's it's pretty simple. Just gotta make throws and hold on to the ball. So.
Well, Coach Kleiman and Coach Messingham, Coach Klein have all mentioned that there maybe would be some packages for you potentially in every game, but you kind of before Skylar's injury was maybe the plan that you would get the 4 games, be able to retain the redshirt. What was kind of like their plan for you at the outset of the season?
Honestly, there was no
Okay.
set plan, I wouldn't say, but my mindset and their mindset was definitely we're going to try and win as many football games as we can, and if that called for me playing, that that we'd be ready to do that, and I'd be ready to do that, and honestly, we didn't see this coming, but have to be ready for that too, and so just continuing to go with whatever happens.